What if I told you that you only need 4 specific exercises to build strong, powerful legs right at home? This routine is designed to target your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes, all in a single continuous sequence. Many people assume that building leg strength requires heavy barbells, complex machines, and an expensive gym membership. In reality, body weight resistance is enough to stimulate growth. If you stick with me through the first 3 movements, I'll show you a final leg killer exercise that pushes your endurance to the limit. Before we start, let's look at what you need. Clear about 6 by 6 feet of floor space and find a sturdy, empty wall. Wear comfortable clothing that lets you move freely. For footwear, either go barefoot or wear flat workout shoes to maintain a stable connection with the floor. Since there's no equipment to set up, your success today depends entirely on how well you execute these next 4 steps. Step 1 is the bodyweight squat. This is the foundation of lower body training, serving as the primary movement for developing overall leg strength. To set up, place your feet shoulder-width apart. Keep your back straight, pull your shoulders down, and keep your chest up. Drop your hips down as low as your mobility allows. When you reach the bottom, push back up to a stand by driving through your heels. Avoid rushing the tempo or letting your weight rock forward. If your heels lift off the floor, you lose power and put unnecessary strain on your knees. Keep your feet flat. Perform 12 to 15 reps for a total of 3 sets. Controlling your tempo on these squats establishes the baseline stability required to complete the rest of this routine. Pillar 2 is the lunge. We use this to build unilateral strength, meaning working one side at a time, which forces your stabilizer muscles to work harder. Take a large step forward, drop your back just above the floor, then push forcefully back up to the start. Look at your alignment at the bottom of the movement. You want 90-degree angles in both your front and back knees to ensure the load is distributed correctly. If you find yourself wobbling, tighten your midsection. A firm core provides the stability needed to prevent your chest from collapsing forward. Complete 10 to 12 reps on each leg for 3 full sets. Isolating each leg ensures that your stronger side doesn't compensate for your weaker side, leading to balance development. For Pillar 3, move down to the floor. The glute bridge is our primary tool for targeting the posterior chain. Lie on your back, bend your knees, and plant your feet firmly into the ground near your glutes. Drive through your heels to push your hips toward the ceiling. At the top, squeeze your glutes for 1 second before lowering. Focus on moving from the hips, not the spine. Arching your lower back shifts tension away from the target muscles. Perform 15 reps of these for 3 full sets. That sensation at the top of the bridge is the result of peak muscle contraction, ensuring the hamstrings and glutes are fully engaged under tension. We finish with the wall set. This exercise is designed to exhaust the quads through sustained isometric tension. Press your back flat against the wall and slide down until your thighs are parallel to the floor, as if you are sitting in a chair. It is tempting to rest your hands on your thighs to make the hold easier. Keep your arms at your sides or crossed over your chest instead. As the hold continues, your muscles will begin to tremble. Breathe steadily and focus on maintaining your position despite the increasing discomfort. Hold this position for 30 to 60 seconds. Complete 3 rounds to finish the workout. Pushing through the final seconds of a wall sit forces your muscle fibers to adapt to prolonged tension, which builds significantly higher stamina. If your legs are fatigued, you've executed the protocol correctly. You now have the full 4-move sequence. To see results, perform this routine 3 to 4 times a week. This frequency ensures you're providing enough stimulus for the muscles to adapt and grow. With the gym removed as a barrier, your progress now depends on following this schedule consistently. You've been grinding out push-ups every single day, building up your chest and flexing those arms in the mirror. But then you put on shorts and you look like a walking Wi-Fi signal, massive at the top, completely fragile at the bottom. We are going to fix that right now. Today, we are stripping your training down to 4 specific exercises that build lower body strength entirely at home. You only need 3 things to execute this: some open floor space, a step or thick book, and a heavily loaded backpack. But hear this before we start. Doing the movements is not enough. Perfect, slow form is strictly required here. If you rush through these exercises, you will get 0 results. You have to master basic bodyweight mechanics and prove you can control your own mass before heavy barbell lifting inside a gym will actually be effective. Building a balanced physique requires dropping your ego at the door and committing to the deep discomfort of foundational leg training. Let's get to work. Step 1 is the king of all leg exercises, the squat. This is your primary tool for destroying your quads and building your base strength. To set up, plant your feet firmly on the floor, slightly wider than shoulder width, and point your toes outward. This diagram demonstrates ideal mechanics. Keep your chest up, push your hips straight back and down in a slow, controlled descent. Do not drop down and collapse your posture. Control every inch of the downward movement. Grab your heavy backpack, hold it tight against your chest, and hit 4 sets of 15 to 20 slow, deep, burning reps. Controlling the depth and tension of this movement forces your muscle fibers to adapt, acting as the primary engine for all of your lower body pushing power. Now we address the hamstrings. A massive rookie mistake is only training the front muscles you can easily see in the mirror. To fix that, we use the Romanian deadlift. Grab your heavy backpack or your dumbbells. Stand tall and maintain just a slight locked bend in your knees. Focus on the left side. Hinge your hips straight backward until you feel a massive stretch. Do not round your spine like the right side. Keep your back rigid. Explode back up, violently squeezing your glutes to lock your hips. You are hitting 4 sets of 15 reps here. Make those hamstrings work. Building thick, strong hamstrings provides the essential structural counterbalance to your quads. This protects your knees from injury and keeps your posture upright. Moving to the floor, we target the glutes. Weak glute muscles are directly responsible for terrible posture and severe lower back pain. If you walk around looking like a melted candle, this is why. Get down on the floor, lie flat on your back, bend your knees, and plant your feet flat on the ground. This geometric animation highlights your target trajectory. Drive through your heels and thrust your hips straight up toward the ceiling until your knee, hip, and shoulder form a perfectly straight line. Hold that top position for a full 2 seconds. Stop wiggling around on the floor. Lock it in. If that feels too easy, lift one leg straight in the air and execute single leg bridges to increase the resistance. Hit 4 sets of 15 reps. If you are doing the single leg variation, that is 15 reps per leg. By forcing the glutes into full extension under load, you counteract the tight hip flexors and inactive posterior chain that develop from hours spent sitting in a chair. Finally, step 4 covers the calves. Stop blaming your genetics for having tiny calves, when the reality is you simply do not train them. Find a stair, a thick book, or a sturdy box. Stand on the edge using just your toes, and hold a heavy water bottle in each hand for extra resistance. Drop your heels all the way down toward the floor until you feel a deep, maximum stretch through your Achilles and the calf muscle. Explode straight up onto your tiptoes, and hold that peak position for a full second. Control the descent. Do not bounce. Bouncing uses momentum instead of muscle, so keep the movement strict. Calves require high volume to grow, so execute 4 sets of 25 burning reps here. Disciplined, controlled isolation of the calves builds the final anchor you need for absolute lower body stability. Here is the brutal truth. You can do this perfect 4-step routine until you collapse, but if your lifestyle outside the workout is garbage, every drop of sweat is totally useless. This radar chart outlines recovery requirements. Eat real protein to rebuild muscle, healthy carbohydrates for energy, and good fats for hormonal balance. And none of that matters if you sleep like a caffeinated squirrel. You need 7 to 8 hours of deep rest to recover. If you skip a scheduled leg day, you delay your body's physiological progress by an entire week. Stay consistent. If you survived this reality check, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below telling me exactly what heavy object you are using for your squats today. Building tree trunk legs starts with the 30 minutes you spend on the floor, but it finishes with the 23 hours of recovery and discipline that follow. Get to work.